So Cardano ADA once again found support at this upsloping white line and is right now testing this very key level in between 1.16 and around 1.20 once again. Cardano is in a critical area, so I'm definitely excited for this one. So in this video, guys, we are once again back with the king on the channel, Cardano. We will, as always, be taking a look at multiple time frames as well as doing a price prediction and technical analysis. And yeah, we have some very interesting data, so make sure to really pay attention during this video. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. But first of all, real quick before we start, I just want to mention that if you're interested in similar content, I do technical analysis on Cardano, Ethereum, Polkadot, VeChain and more, then don't hesitate to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And also, guys, if you hit that blue big like button, that would be so kind. That really helps out the community, and it also helps the YouTube algorithm to push more Cardano videos to more people. So guys, don't forget to hit that like. Also, if you want to, you can follow me over on Twitter at twitter.com/mindmathmoney. Over there, I post, charts, trading education and more. So it would be so awesome to see you over there. Last but not least, I have to give a disclaimer that this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Nothing in this video is financial advice. But alright, now let's jump into the chart and let's actually start by taking a look at the daily time frame. So what has happened since our last Cardano video? I think that on our last Cardano video, we talked about that we once again found some buyers here at this upsloping white support line. And today and yesterday, we can actually see that buyers once again stepped up at this white line. And right now, as we are speaking, we are trying out this resistance zone that have been acting as resistance multiple times historically. And then we flipped this one, and then this one acted as support. So we are right now, as we are speaking, trying this level out. And a very important step for the bulls, in my opinion, would be to get this daily candle close above this zone. Then we would be, back on track, in my opinion. However, right now, so far today, we are seeing a slightly bullish day, or a pretty respectable bullish day, to be honest. We are up around 5% for the day, while Bitcoin is hovering at around 2.60. So a pretty respectable force here to the upside today. And if we just zoom in on the candles, we can see that if Cardano would close this day at the level we are right now, then we would be printing a bullish engulfing pattern. And that is a bullish, as you can hear on the name, that is a bullish pattern, especially if it comes after a decline. And we have been seeing a pretty strong decline lately, so this might be some reversal signs here for Cardano. Another thing I want to point out here is sort of a hidden divergence. So if you look at this low we printed here on February 23rd, up to sort of this low, we are starting to build, or at least it looks like we're starting to build a higher low. You can see that if we go from that low to that low, price is making a higher low. But if you look down to the RSI, you can see that the RSI at the same time is making a lower low. And the same argument can be made here for the MACD. You can see we sort of have a very small red island right there, but the MACD is also going in the opposite direction. The price going in one direction, the oscillators going in the other direction. We have some hidden bullish divergence, implying continuation to the upside. So we have some bullish variables here, but we need, in my opinion, we really need to get above this, resistance zone where we are right now. But alright, guys, I think we're ready to take a look at some very key support and resistance levels for Cardano ADA. But before doing that, I just want to give a very important warning. And that is, guys, please, as always, be aware of bot accounts and scammers in the YouTube section. It's very important to never give out, any kind of information to anyone in the comments, really. And also be careful, because we have instances of people trying to copy my profile picture and name. So never, guys, never trust anyone in the comments. I can also just mention that if you are looking to buy Cardano, I have some links in the pinned comment and in the description to Kraken. And if you use that link, you help out the channel. So if you want to, you can check them out. But alright, now let's jump back into the chart and take a look at some key support and resistance levels here for ADA. Let's actually start by taking a look at the upside scenario and possible resistance levels. And the first one, we have already talked about it, but we can look at it in more detail. That is the zone we are at right now, in between around $1.16 to around $1.196 If we look a bit left here, you can see that this level previously here, if we look back to around February 20, we can see that this level acted as resistance. You can see multiple times we did see sellers stepping up at this zone, and then we broke this one and saw a very strong impulse to the upside. Then we actually went down and tested this sort of zone multiple times as support. We went down, saw a pretty strong force to the downside instead, and now we are yet again testing this level as resistance. So this is a level that have been respecting multiple times, technically. So that is definitely one to pay attention to. If the bulls manage to break this one to the upside, then the next sort of key level I'm looking out for is the sort of zone we have here in between 1.44 and 1.48. Since we are starting to print a lower low right here, I actually think I'm not going to display this one, because that one, the lower line of that zone we got from the 1.618 right here, but I think it's enough to keep the chart clean to only display this level at around 1.50, or to be more precise, 1.48 US dollars. So that is definitely, if we actually can break this one to the upside, we don't have a lot of resistance in this zone. So we could actually snap up all the way up to 1.50. However, we do have some possible resistance around here at around 1.36 that we will take a closer look at later in this video when we zoom in on the 4-hour time frame. And what happens if we actually break this sort of all-time high, or at least this is the all-time high on Bitfinex, then we can use our fib extension from the most recent swing, the swing high to the swing low. The 1.618 would take us all the way up to 1.76. So we can draw a line right there, and that is one possible line that we can pay attention to if we eventually break the all-time high. But it's a bit early to get some reasonable targets for that, so in most cases we want to wait for more technical data here. But alright guys, so how about the downside? What possible support levels am I paying attention to on the downside? Well, the first one, which should be pretty obvious by now, is this white upsloping support line right here. Why do I think this one have importance? Well, we have been talking about this one in multiple videos here, and the reason we have been talking about this one a lot is because buyers have been respecting this line. It started all the way back on around 6th of February this year, and then we saw buyers stepping up here February 15th, again here around February 23rd, just recently 2 times again. So at least 5 times we have been seeing buyers stepping up at this level. So I wouldn't be surprised if this one continues to act as support in the future. However, the sort of dangerous part here is that if we actually break this one to the downside, I don't see any too clear support levels here at this zone, and the next sort of major horizontal level I'm looking out for is actually all the way down here at around $0.80. Again, we have some shorter term, some minor support levels that we can try to identify on the 4-hour, but the next sort of major level I'm looking out for is actually all the way down at 0.80. And why am I paying attention to that one? Well, you can see that at this level we saw sellers stepping up here February 23rd, and also multiple times during this zone right here. This was in February 15th. And if we for some reason even break down that one to the downside, then I have a little zone in between 0.712 and 0.688. But alright guys, there you have some support and resistance levels, and I think we are now ready to zoom in a bit here and take a look at the 4-hour time frame. So here on the 4-hour, what can we see? Well, we can take a closer look at this upsloping white line, how this one have beautifully been acting as support, multiple times. Very nice to see, very nice to see. We can also notice here, which is a slightly bullish sign in my opinion, that the sort of immediate short-term resistance we had, you can see we had sort of like a resistance line right here. This one have been broken to the upside, and at the same time it was nice to see that we once again found support at this upsloping white line. So all I can say really is that this level where we are right now is the key level to pay attention to, in my opinion. We really do have a fight here. The bulls and the bears are fighting for this level, but this sort of zone is definitely the most important one in my opinion, and that I'm really paying attention to. We talked about previously in the video that if we would look out for some possible, support levels, I guess this sort of level right here at around $1. I think we had this one displayed before, maybe a bit down at around 0.98. Could be a level you could pay attention to. And why do I think that? Well, this one acted as resistance right here. And we had a lot of shopping at that level, so it's not too significant in my opinion. But we then later on saw this one act as support. So resistance, we flipped this one as support. So it wouldn't be too surprising if we see this one act as support in the future as well. But alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you feel like you got any kind of help or value, then please consider dropping a like. And if you guys are interested in more similar content, then don't hesitate to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I hope I will catch you in the next video. But for now guys, take care. Ciao, ciao.